It's a great pleasure to welcome the newest graduates of the Physical Sciences Division of the University of Chicago and their family and friends. Graduates, take pride in your accomplishments. You have done something remarkable. Your family, your friends, and your professors are most proud of you. The 8th president of the university, Edward Levy, said at the university's 310th convocation in 1965, "Through this institution, you are not only joined to each other and to us, but to graduates of long ago and hopefully of many years to come. No one owns this institution. It possesses all of us. It calls upon us to enter into its fellowship of the intellect. In this fellowship, no place is more honored than that of the graduate who carries this university in his mind and heart. I welcome you to that place. In that place, you are part of a distinguished cadre of fellow alumni who have changed the world. I know in time that you will change the world. I have no doubt that each of you will use to best advantage what you have learned, that you will make a difference in the challenging world you inherit, both inside and outside the academy, and your lives will reflect honor back to your family, your communities, and to the University of Chicago. Congratulations.
In 2013, Art Kelly established the Arthur L. Kelly Faculty Prize for Exceptional Service in the Physical Sciences Division. Mr. Kelly received his MBA from the university in 1964 and established the same faculty prize there in 1999. In addition to his contributions in finance, business, international relations, and geography, Mr. Kelly served as a trustee of the university from 1988 to 2008 and served for nearly 2 decades on the visiting committee of the Physical Sciences Division, including 10 years as chairman. We are pleased to honor his contributions to the Physical Sciences Division and the University of Chicago through this award. The Kelly Prize celebrates faculty who have made exceptional efforts in promoting and supporting the Physical Sciences Division. I am pleased to announce that the 2017 recipient of the Arthur L. Kelly Prize for Exceptional Faculty Service in the Physical Science Division is Michael Stein. Michael Stein, the Ralph and Mary Otis Isham Professor in the Department of Statistics, is the past chair of the Statistics Department. He has been serving as Master of the Physical Sciences Collegiate Division since July 2012. He has a distinguished record as a statistician. His research has been in the area of spatial statistics and its applications to environmental sciences and astrophysics. Congratulations, Michael.
At the university-wide ceremony this morning, I presented our candidates for the degree of Master of Science to the President of the university. In the presence of the faculty of the university and members of the Board of Trustees, he formally conferred those degrees in recognition of the incredible academic achievement of our students. At this time, it is my honor to award individual diplomas to each of our graduates and also recognize our students who have received their diplomas in a previous quarter and those students who will receive their degrees in the summer quarter.
As Dean of Students for the Physical Sciences Division, I now have the honor to present for their diploma these students who have successfully completed a program of advanced study in the physical sciences, culminating in the degree Master of Science, as well as those students who have received their diplomas in a previous quarter and those students who will receive their degrees in the summer quarter. In the Department of Chemistry, Andrew Alexander Ng. In the Department of Computer Science, Veronica Tatiana Hicks. Samira Shaikhi. Philip Emmanuel Sparks. Tian Zhang. Colin Hudler. In the master's program in financial mathematics, Ritahi Vishwa Chaknawar. Yiqing Liu. Jiacheng Peng. Yimang Wang. Paige Wu. Hang Yin. Chuxuan Zhang. In the master's program in the Physical Sciences Division, Catherine Elizabeth Ray. Kevin Ullman. Randall Ross Van Wy, Jr. Sumar Al-Qatari. Felipe Fabricio Pachi Evarista. Jiayi Wu. In the master's program in computer science, Pero Atanasov. Benjamin Vincent Carr. Cha Chen. Jian Yu Dong. Scott Paul Dickinson. Fengshi Dong. Jana Ariel Goldman. Daria F.A. Guller. Samuel Johnson. Xiang-In Jiang. Umar Kakub Kokar. Kiran Masood. Lakshman Modi. Eugene Shumkop. Francisco Javier Simeon Vasquez. Elin Yap. Jingyu Zhang. Hannah Alexandra Bennett. Mark Harrison McDonald. Polis Rezgaitis. Adam Nathan Sturt. In the Department of Physics, Lesha Anna Horan. In the Department of Statistics, Junshel Bu. Paul Bien Hively. Yufan Hu. Siwei Li. Chi-Chun Liu. Kan Shu. Jianfei Shen. Mo Zhou. Jessica E. Hui Fu. M. Young-In Kim. Jing Ting Li.
At the university-wide ceremony this morning, I presented our candidates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy to the President of the university. In presence of the faculty of the university and members of the Board of Trustees, he formally conferred these degrees in recognition of the incredible academic achievement of our students. Today, those scholars who are being admitted to the community of Doctors of Philosophy will receive both a hood and a diploma for their disciplinary achievement. The components of academic regalia derive from a medieval clerical dress, or the gown, the cap, and for those attaining the highest competencies, the hood. The velvet edge of the hood is dark blue, indicating the significant achievement of the level Doctor of Philosophy. The lining is maroon, the school color of the University of Chicago. In our ceremony, the hood will be placed over the head of the candidate by the dissertation advisor or department chair or faculty representative.
As Dean of Students for the Physical Sciences Division, I now have the honor to present for their diploma in Hood these students who have attained scholarly distinction and have prepared a dissertation that contributes to knowledge in a particular field of research in the physical sciences, culminating in the degree Doctor of Philosophy. Gong Chen, hooded by Wilhelm Schlag. Dissertation, Dispersive Equations with Multiple Potentials. Committee members, Wilhelm Schlag and Luis Silvestri. Wei-Yan Chern, hooded by Benson Farb. Dissertation, Analytic Number Theory for Zero Cycles. Committee members, Benson Farb and Matthew Emerton. Cherise Chu, hooded by John Reppy. Dissertation, Implementing Mathematical Expressiveness in Diderot. Committee members, John Reppy, Gordon Kindleman, and Ridgway Scott. Kenneth James Ellis Guardiola, hooded by Richard Jordan. Dissertation, Prolyl oligopeptidase-based artificial metalloenzymes for selective catalysis. Committee members, Jared Lewis, Ray Mollering, and Xuan He. Tianqi Fan, hooded by Matthew Emerton. Dissertation, D-infinity modules on smooth, rigid analytic varieties and locally analytic representations. Committee members, Matthew Emerton. Zhiliang Gong, hooded by Kai Li. Dissertation, Membrane selectivity of phosphatidyl-serine recognizing proteins. Committee members, Kai Li, Boju Tian, Aaron Adams, Benoit Roux. Christopher Heinrich, hooded by Jonathan Simon. Dissertation, Symmetry-enriched topological phases and their edge theories. Committee members, Michael Levin, Emil Martinek, David Schuster, Dam Son. Kuok Fuho, hooded by Bao Cho Nyo. Dissertation, Free factorization algebras and homology of configuration spaces in algebraic geometry. Committee members, Bao Cho Nyo, Dennis Gatesbury, Alexander Bailenson. Sean Paul Koffler Howe, hooded by Matthew Emerton. Dissertation, Overconvergent Modular Forms and the P-adic Jacquet-Langlands Correspondence. Committee members, Matthew Emerton and Frank Caligari. Michaela Ingalls, hooded by David Rowley. Dissertation, Subduction and uplift of continental crust in the India-Asia collision zone, clumped isotope paleothermometry and paleoaltimetry of the Lhasa Block, southern Tibet. Committee members, David Rowley, Albert Coleman, Brian Curry, Frank Richter, and Nicolas Toffa. Daniel Lentine Johnstone. Hooded by Bao Cho Nyo. Dissertation, a Gelfand-Graev formula and stable transfer factors of S, L, and F. Committee members, Bao Cho Nyo and Yanis Sekelaridis. Chang Mo Lim, hooded by Matthew Emerton. Dissertation, a geometric height on genus 1 curves. Committee members, Matthew Emerton and Kazuya Kato. Andrew Grady Oros Malone, hooded by Douglas McHale. Dissertation, low-latitude Andean glaciers, climate drivers of past, present, and future changes. Committee members, Douglas McHale, Raymond Pierre Humbert, Dorian Abbott, and Edwin Kite. Aaron Scott Meyer, hooded by Youngki Kim. Dissertation, the nucleon axial form factor and staggered lattice QCD. Committee members, Richard Hill, Andreas Kronfeld, David Schmitz, Wendy Zhang. Nikita Mishra, hooded by John Reppy. Dissertation, statistical methods for improving dynamic scheduling and resource usage in computing systems. Committee members, John Lafferty, Henry Hoffman, and Sean Liu. Casey Paul Rodriguez, hooded by Carlos Koenig. Dissertation, stable soliton resolution for wave maps on a curved space-time. Committee members, Carlos Koenig. Georgios Sakalaris, hooded by Carlos Koenig. Dissertation, boundary value problems in Lipschitz domains for equations with drifts. Committee members, Carlos Koenig and Takis Suganidis. Shabana Mehtab Sheikh, hooded by Varesh Rawal. Dissertation, tertiary structure of intronic primary microRNA 1792A regulates splicing. Committee members, Yamuna Krishnan, Joseph Piccirilli, and Xuan He. Jonathan Peiyu Wang, hooded by Vladimir Drinfeld. Dissertation, on an invariant bilinear form on the space of automorphic forms via asymptotics. Committee members, Vladimir Drinfeld, Bao Cho Nyo. Lili Wang, hooded by Varesh Rawal. Dissertation, ultra-fast dynamics of functional light harvesting materials probed with nonlinear spectroscopies. Committee members, Gregory Engel, Philippe Gouillot-Sionnet, Dmitry Talapin, and Andrei Tokmakov. Zhou Tsu, hooded by Peter May. Dissertation, in and around stable homotopy groups of spheres. Committee members, Peter May, Dan Isaacson, Paul Gorse, and Mark Behrens. Dean Cobb, I now have the honor to present for their hood these students who have attained scholarly distinction and have prepared a dissertation that contributes to knowledge in a particular field of research in the physical sciences and were awarded the degree Doctor of Philosophy in a prior quarter. Jonathan David Adams, hooded by Varesh Rawal. Dissertation, product branching in the photodissociation of chloroacetaldehyde and the incorporation of angular momentum in statistical predictions of product branching. Committee members Lori Butler, Stephen Seibner, and Timothy Birkelbach. Jiyu Deng, hooded by Kai Lee. Dissertation, colloidal mercury chalcogenide quantum dots, intraband transitions, and infrared detection. Committee members Philippe Guyot-Sionnet, Dmitry Talapin, and Gregory Engel. Mari Elizabeth Herner, hooded by Albert Coleman. Dissertation, the ecological and evolutionary dynamics of species introductions and environmental change from East African cichlids to the Great American Biotic Interchange. Committee members Albert Coleman, Michael Foote, David Jablonski, Susan Kidwell, and Richard Madden. Carol Kriska, hooded by Young-Ki Kim. Dissertation, searches for sub-TeV hadronic resonances with the ATLAS detector. Committee members Young-Ki Kim, Jonathan Simon, Edward Blucher, Liantao Wang. Edward William Malachowski, hooded by Kai Lee. Dissertation, solution and substrate assembly of noble metal nanoparticles. Committee members Philippe Guyot-Sionnet, Paul Neely, Stephen Seibner, Yossi Weissman. Frank David Oleknowitz, hooded by Richard Jordan. Dissertation, synthesis and reactivity of low-coordinate nickel sulfide complexes. Committee members Richard Jordan, Gregory Hillhouse, Michael Hopkins, John Anderson. Tatiana Orlova, hooded by John Reppy. Dissertation, solvation signatures in hydrogen bond geometry of protein helices. Committee members Ridgway Scott, Ariel Stigliano, and Stuart Kurtz. Chintan Shantilal Sumaria, hooded by Varesh Rawal. Dissertation, cycloaddition reactions of 1,2 diazines and siloxyalkynes, the development and application of chiral deltic ureas and thiosquaramides as dual hydrogen bond donor catalysts. Committee members Varesh Rawal, Scott Snyder, Guangbin Dong. Miles Anthony King-Ting Wu, hooded by David Miller. Dissertation, measurement of collinear W boson emission from high transverse momenta jets using the ATLAS detector. Committee members David Miller, Marco Reglia, Paolo Privatera, Liantao Wang. Dean Cobb, I now have the honor to present for their hood these students who have attained scholarly distinction and will prepare a dissertation that contributes to knowledge in a particular field of research in the physical sciences, culminating in the degree Doctor of Philosophy on August 26, 2017. Romit Chakraborty, hooded by Aaron Dinner. Dissertation, 1 electron theories from a generalized Pauli exclusion principle. Committee members David Mazziotti, David Schuster, and Timothy Birkelbach. Henry Yiwei Chan, hooded by Peter May. Dissertation, topological Hochschild homology of maximal orders of simple Q algebra. Committee members Peter May and Agnes Beaudry. Sin-Yu Chen, hooded by Daniel Holtz. Dissertation, Multi-Messenger Astronomy with Advanced LIGO Virgo. Committee members Daniel Holtz, Scott Doddleson, Stephen Meyer, and Craig Hogan. Benjamin Wade Klauser, hooded by Elizabeth Moyer. Dissertation, an integrated cavity output spectrometer for measurements of the HDO H2 16O isotopic ratio in the Asian summer monsoon. Committee members Mark Oreglia, Savdeep Sethi, and Chang Chin. Vu Quoc Din, hooded by Bana Jabri. Dissertation, the epigenetic landscape of interleukin-15 signaling in intraepithelial lymphocytes. Committee members Bana Jabri, Xuan Ha, and Albert Bendelek. Patrick Patrick Edward Poppy Figliozzi, hooded by Norbert Scherer. Dissertation, Properties and Dynamics of Driven Optical Matter. Committee members Norbert Scherer, Stuart Rice, and Suri Vaikunthanathan. Suvojit Goswami, hooded by Jian Ding. Dissertation, Symmetric Properties of Planar Gaussian Free Field. Committee members Jian Ding, Stephen Lawley, and Gregory Lawler. Chen Hu Heinrich, hooded by Daniel Holtz. Dissertation, Lensing Bias to CMB Polarization Measurements of Compensated Isocurvature Perturbations. Committee members Wayne Hu, Daniel Holtz, Abigail Vireg, and Lin Tao Huang. Unikite Uday Joji Laker, hooded by Carlos Wagner. Dissertation, New Physics in Dye Boson Channels at the LHC and Beyond. Committee members Carlos Wagner, Jonathan Rosner, Lian Tao Wang, Mark Oreglia, and Kathy Levin. Tanagan Lee Sartar Porn Wongsar, hooded by Haryati Gunawi. Dissertation, Unearthing Concurrency and Scalability Bugs in Cloud-Scale Distributed Systems. Committee members Haryati Gunawi, Shan Liu, and Ravi Chu. Li Li, hooded by Jian Ding. Dissertation, Two Problems in Percolation Theory. Committee members Jian Ding, Stephen Lawley, and Gregory Lawler. Alessandro Manzatti, hooded by Daniel Holtz. Dissertation, Unveiling the Early Universe, Cosmic Microwave Background and Delensing with Galaxy Surveys. Committee members Scott Doddleson, Wayne Hu, Richard Crone, and Abigail Vireg. Patrick Marshall McCall, hooded by Young-Ki Kim. Dissertation, Consequences of Molecular Scale Non-Equilibrium Activity on the Dynamics and Mechanics of Self-Assembled Actin-Based Structures and Materials. Committee members Margaret Gardell, Thomas Witten, Scott Wakely, and David Kovar. Sean Martin Mills, hooded by Daniel Fabricki. Dissertation, Detecting and Interpreting the Dynamical Evolution of Multi-Planet Systems. Committee members, Daniel Fabricki, Jacob Bean, Fred Ciesla, and Fausto Cataneo. Albert Songyeon Ryu, hooded by Jonathan Simon. Dissertation, Designing, Probing, and Stabilizing Exotic Fabry-Perot Cavities for Studying Photonic Quantum Materials. Committee members, Jonathan Simon, David Schuster, Michael Levin, and John Carlstrom. Monica Schultz, hooded by Aaron Dinner. Dissertation, Developing a Quantitative Description of Feeding Behavior and its Response to Perturbations. Committee members, Aaron Dinner, David Byron, Edwin Monroe, and Peggy Mason. C. Tong, hooded by Stephen Lawley. Dissertation, Stability, Reactivity, and Persistence of Large Ecosystems. Committee members, Stefano Alsina, Gregory Dwyer, John Wooten, Richard Hudson, Stephen Lawley, and Mercedes Pascual. Jeremy Owen Becker Temkin, hooded by Aaron Dinner. Dissertation, Enhanced Sampling of Rare Dynamic Events. Committee members, Aaron Dinner, Jonathan Weir, and Suri Vaikunthanathan. Rachel Faye Vishnupolsky, hooded by Stephen Lally. Dissertation, Random Walks on Cartesian Products of Certain Non-Amenable Groups and Integer Lattices. Committee members, Stephen Lally and Amy Wilkinson.
So far today, the celebration has been focused on you, the graduates of the Physical Sciences Division. But we all recognize that our achievements are dependent upon the prior contribution of others. As Sir Isaac Newton penned almost 300 years ago, "If I have seen further, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants." But I also suspect that none of you would be here today without the love, encouragement, or the support of many others. There have been many inspirations in your life: parents, guardians, family members, ministers, scout leaders, elementary school teachers, mentors, spouses, partners, friends, or even children. To thank all of those who have supported you, whether they are here or not, I invite all graduates to rise, turn toward the audience, and give them a round of applause. And now, please turn back toward the front, and I ask you to thank the faculty and staff of this great university for all they have done to make you the accomplished person you are today. Please be seated. As you leave this, our 530th convocation, some of you will continue your formal education here at the University of Chicago or elsewhere. Others will start new careers inside or outside of the academy. As you embark on this next phase of your life's journey, I would like to share an insight from a colleague of mine in the field of astrophysics, Neil deGrasse Tyson, who responded to a question about motivation with the following: "The problem, often not discovered until late in life, is that when you look for things in life, like love, meaning, motivation, it implies that they are sitting behind a tree or hiding under a rock. The most successful people in life recognize that in life they create their own love. They manufacture their own meaning. They generate their own motivation. For me, I am driven by two main philosophies: know more about the world today than I did yesterday, and lessen the suffering of others." You'd be surprised how far that gets you. We, your teachers and mentors, trust that you will pursue your goals and aspirations with ambition tempered by wisdom, with discernment sharpened by critical reasoning, and with dedication fortified by ideals. Good luck, and thank you.
This now concludes the Physical Sciences Diploma and Hooding Ceremony at the 530th Convocation of the University of Chicago. I thank you for witnessing today's ceremony and welcome you to stay for the reception. Also note that the photographer will be available in the main foyer if you would like to pose for additional pictures. Graduates, congratulations. Please rise for the reception.